Did you know there's a place in America where the ground literally breathes fire? Or a beach where you can collect over 400 different types of seashells in a single afternoon? America isn't just a country, it's an entire world of wonders hiding in plain sight. Hey travelers, welcome to the Ultimate American Bucket List, 50 destinations that will make you question why you've ever bothered vacationing anywhere else. I've spent the last decade exploring these incredible places, and let me tell you, the photos don't even come close to doing them justice. Let's be honest, planning the perfect vacation is exhausting. Hours scrolling through endless reviews, trying to figure out if that must-see attraction is actually worth your precious vacation days. Or worse, returning home only to hear you went to Arizona and didn't see Antelope Canyon. That's the best part. Well, today that changes. I've done the hard work for you, compiling the absolute cream of the crop, America's 50 most breathtaking, awe-inspiring, and unforgettable destinations. Whether you're working with a weekend or planning the ultimate cross-country road trip, this guide will ensure you never waste another vacation day on overrated tourist traps. Let's dive in. Natural wonders. We're starting with the heavy hitters, Mother Nature's masterpieces that will leave you speechless. The Grand Canyon isn't just a big hole in the ground, it's 277 miles of the most mind-bending geological artwork on Earth. Standing at the rim as the sun sets, watching the canyon walls transform through shades of orange, red, and purple. That's when you realize why over 6 million people make the journey each year. Next up, Yellowstone National Park, America's very own prehistoric playground. Where else can you watch a geyser shoot boiling water 185 feet into the air like clockwork, then spot grizzly bears, wolves, and herds of bison all in the same day? Fun fact, Yellowstone sits on top of a supervolcano that could theoretically cover half the country in ash if it erupted. Don't worry though, scientists aren't expecting it anytime soon. Yosemite National Park is where you'll find walls of granite rising 3,000 feet from the valley floor, waterfalls that seem to drop from the clouds, and sequoia trees so massive you'll feel like you've shrunk. If you've ever doubted the existence of magic in the world, Yosemite will restore your faith. Glacier National Park is truly the crown of the continent. With over 700 miles of hiking trails cutting through pristine alpine meadows and circling crystal-clear lakes, it's the perfect escape from civilization. But visit soon. Climate change means the actual glaciers could disappear within our lifetime. The Great Smoky. Mountains earned their name from the natural fog that hangs over the forest like something from a fairy tale. It's also America's most biodiverse national park, home to more species of trees than in all of Northern Europe. Utah's natural wonders deserve a road trip all their own. Zion National Park offers heart-racing adventures like Angel's Landing, a knife-edge trail with 1,000-foot drops on either side that's definitely not for the faint of heart. Nearby Bryce Canyon's hoodoos, those bizarre orange spires, create a landscape so alien you'll swear you've stepped onto another planet. And Arches National Park delivers exactly what it promises. Over 2,000 natural stone arches that defy both gravity and imagination. Niagara Falls pours over 700,000 gallons of water per second, creating a roar you can feel in your chest and a mist that soaks everything for hundreds of feet. Pro tip: the Canadian side may have the better view, but the American side lets you get close enough to feel the raw power. Horseshoe Bend gives you that perfect Instagram shot. The Emerald Colorado River making a complete 180-degree turn through burnt orange canyon walls. Just be careful near the edge. It's a 1,000-foot drop with no guardrails. Antelope Canyon Might be the most photographed slot canyon in the world, but nothing prepares you for seeing those light beams pierce through the narrow openings, illuminating the swirling sandstone in shades of orange and purple. It's like stepping inside a living painting. Lake Tahoe's crystal clear waters are so pure you can see more than 70 feet down. Whether you're hitting the slopes in winter or kayaking in summer, this alpine paradise delivers year-round adventure. Denali National Park is home to North America's tallest peak and some of the continent's most spectacular wildlife. Seeing a grizzly bear in its natural habitat is an experience that will stay with you forever, hopefully from a safe distance. Mount Rainier dominates the Seattle skyline, but it's even more impressive up close. In summer, the volcano's slopes transform into a riot of wildflowers that look almost too perfect to be real. The Everglades are America's most unusual national park, a river of grass flowing so slowly you can't even see the current. Spot alligators, manatees, and if you're incredibly lucky, the elusive Florida panther in this unique ecosystem that exists nowhere else on Earth. Beaches and coastal destinations. Now, let's hit the coast, because America's 95,000 miles of shoreline offer some of the most diverse beach experiences imaginable. Hawaii's Maui is where lush rainforests meet volcanic landscapes and picture-perfect beaches. Driving the road to Hana, with its 620 curves and 59 bridges, rewards you with hidden waterfalls, black sand beaches, and some of the world's most dramatic coastline. Big Sur might be the most dramatic meeting of land and sea anywhere on the planet. Driving Highway 1 as it clings to sheer cliffs hundreds of feet above the Pacific Ocean is both terrifying and exhilarating. Just keep your eyes on the road. Key West isn't just the southernmost point in the continental U.S., it's a state of mind. With its pastel-colored cottages, free-roaming chickens, and the nightly sunset celebration that feels more like a carnival, it's the perfect place to embrace your inner Jimmy Buffett. Cape Cod has been America's summer playground for generations. Its charming towns, lighthouse-dotted shores, and seafood so fresh it was swimming that morning make it the quintessential New England experience. The Outer Banks are where wild horses roam free on windswept beaches and where the Wright brothers first took flight. History literally happened here, and the beaches aren't bad either. Sanibel Island is a shell collector's paradise. The unique east-west orientation creates a perfect shelf for gathering shells, making it one of the few places where doing the Sanibel stoop, hunching over to pick up shells, is considered the height of vacation activity. Cannon Beach's Haystack Rock rises 235 feet from the shoreline like something from a fantasy novel. At low tide, you can explore tide pools teeming with colorful sea stars, anemones, and if you're lucky, the occasional octopus. Iconic cities and cultural attractions. America's cities aren't just concrete jungles. They're vibrant cultural hubs with personalities all their own. New York City truly is the city that never sleeps. Where else can you catch a Broadway show, take a ferry past the Statue of Liberty, wander through Central Park, and grab a slice of pizza at 3 a.m., all in the same day? Washington, D.C. belongs to every American. Walking the National Mall from the Lincoln Memorial to the Capitol Building, with the Washington Monument soaring overhead, is a powerful reminder of our nation's ideals. And the best part? Most of the world-class Smithsonian museums are absolutely free. San Francisco packs more personality into 49 square miles than cities triple its size. From the iconic Golden Gate Bridge to the twists of Lombard Street, from sourdough bread bowls at Fisherman's Wharf to the haunting history of Alcatraz Island, it's a city that stays with you long after you leave. Chicago created the modern skyline. And there's no better way to appreciate it than from an architecture boat tour along the Chicago River. And yes, you absolutely need to try the deep dish pizza, even if New Yorkers insist it's not real pizza. New Orleans doesn't just have culture, it has soul. The French Quarter's jazz clubs, the riotous celebration of Mardi Gras, the unique fusion cuisine, and yes, those famous hurricanes on Bourbon Street all create an atmosphere you won't find anywhere else in America. Las Vegas is America's playground for adults, a city where it's always Saturday night. Even if gambling isn't your thing, the world-class shows, over-the-top hotels, and sheer spectacle of the Strip make it worth experiencing at least once. Los Angeles is where dreams are manufactured. From the Hollywood Walk of Fame to the boutiques of Rodeo Drive, from the boardwalk of Venice Beach to the stunning Getty Museum perched above the city. LA is as diverse as it is sprawling. Miami's South Beach looks like it was designed specifically for Instagram, with its colorful Art Deco buildings, palm-lined avenues, and beautiful people lounging on white sand beaches. And the Cuban influence means you'll eat some of the best food of your life. Boston feels like stepping into a history book, but one with excellent restaurants and sports teams. Follow the Freedom Trail past sites where America was born, then reward yourself with a bowl of clam chowder. Seattle might be known for rain, but locals will tell you it's worth it for those perfect summer days when Mount Rainier appears to float above the city. Pike Place Market offers the ultimate foodie experience. Just watch out for flying fish. Philadelphia was America's first capital, and the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall remind us of those revolutionary beginnings. Savannah feels like it exists in its own time zone. With 22 historic squares shaded by massive oak trees dripping with Spanish moss, it's the perfect city for strolling, mint julep in hand, of course. Charleston's perfectly preserved antebellum architecture makes it feel like the most European city in America. Take a horse-drawn carriage ride through the historic district, then head to one of the country's most exciting food scenes. Austin's motto is, "Keep Austin Weird," and this Texas capital delivers with its eclectic mix of live music venues, food trucks, and outdoor spaces like Barton Springs, a natural pool in the middle of the city where locals escape the Texas heat. Santa Fe's adobe architecture gives the city a warm, earthen glow that's particularly magical at sunset. With more art galleries per capita than almost anywhere in the country, it's a paradise for collectors and appreciators alike. Nashville isn't called Music City for nothing. From the historic Grand Ole Opry to the honky-tonks of Broadway, music is the heartbeat of this southern city. Even if you're not a country fan when you arrive, you might be by the time you leave. Unique and historic landmarks. America's human-made landmarks tell our nation's story in stone, steel, and spirit. Mount Rushmore carves America's history literally into the Black Hills of South Dakota. Seeing the 60-foot faces of Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln emerging from the mountain still inspires awe, nearly a century after completion. The Alamo may be smaller than you expect, but its place in American lore looms large. Standing where Davy Crockett and his fellow defenders made their last stand gives you a tangible connection to the nation's past. Monument Valley's iconic buttes and mesas have appeared in so many westerns that they practically define how we imagine the American frontier. Seeing them in person, especially at sunrise or sunset, is even more impressive than on the big screen. Route 66, the Mother Road, was America's first highway connecting Chicago to Los Angeles. Though officially decommissioned, you can still drive stretches of this legendary road, passing neon signs, quirky roadside attractions, and diners serving the best pie you'll ever taste. Sedona combines stunning red rock formations with a vibrant, spiritual scene. Whether you believe in energy vortexes or not, there's something undeniably special about this landscape, especially when those rocks glow crimson at sunset. The wave in Arizona's Coyote Buttes looks like a painting come to life, swirling sandstone frozen in mid-motion. It's so fragile and popular that only 64 people per day are allowed to visit, with permits given by lottery. Winners describe it as the highlight of their hiking lives. Crater Lake will make you question if that shade of blue can possibly be real. Formed when a volcano collapsed 7,700 years ago, it's the deepest lake in the United States and one of the clearest in the world. Adventure and unique experiences. Ready for some truly unique American experiences? Hawaii Volcanoes National Park puts you face to face with creation itself, where molten lava meets the sea, creating new land before your eyes. There's nothing quite like the glow of lava illuminating the night sky. Great Sand Dunes National Park houses the tallest sand dunes in North America, rising up to 750 feet against the backdrop of snow-capped Rocky Mountains. Sandboarding down these giants delivers an adrenaline rush like no other. Mammoth Cave lives up to its name. With over 400 miles of surveyed passages, it's the longest known cave system in the world. Taking a lantern tour through chambers with names like Frozen Niagara gives you a glimpse into Earth's hidden architecture. Acadia National Park is where the mountains meet the sea on Maine's rugged coast. Being the first person in America to greet the sunrise from Cadillac Mountain, the highest point on the eastern seaboard, is a bucket list experience. Finally, the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah create the closest thing to walking on clouds you'll ever experience. This surreal, perfectly flat white expanse stretches for miles, blurring the line between earth and sky, especially after rain, when it becomes the world's largest natural mirror. America's diversity isn't just in its people, it's written into the very landscape. From tropical beaches to Arctic tundra, from ancient forests to otherworldly deserts, this country contains worlds within worlds just waiting to be discovered. So, which destination calls to you? The comment section awaits your picks, and if I've missed any hidden gems, share those too. After all, the best adventures often come from tips from fellow travelers. If you enjoyed this journey across America, hit that subscribe button for more destination guides that go beyond the obvious tourist spots. And don't forget to tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, happy travels!